Hello, hello. Thought I'd come on early. Okay. Get me chat up on my phone, and then I can say, hi Tracy. You see, now I'm replying rather than talking to you. Look at that. Ooh. So, how's everybody doing? I'm actually not too bad today. I'm feeling okay today. Touch wood. So far, the antibiotics today have not made any effect. So we'll see how we go. And just keep your fingers crossed. So, I'm just going to finish this last piece of cotton off, and then I can start another bit while I'm working. Hi, Colleen. Took my hello. Who took your hello? Just because I beat you to it. Glasses on the top of my head so I can see what I'm doing when I'm threading a needle. So, how's everybody else doing today? Mowing as in mowing the lawn. That sort of mowing. They were mowing out my front this morning. That's how I stayed out of this room while they were doing that, because sometimes it affects me breathing. Oh, great. She's got time to chat. That's brilliant. We love it when we can chat. So I'm working on this Kawandi style quilt that I put the start up, the instruction bit up on how I was starting it. And so it's going to take a little bit, I think, because it's bigger than I was expecting, but this is it so far. You can see the stitches on it, and it's quite big. Quite big. It's going to be the back of that one I did with the Momigami. It's going to be the back of that. That's going to be the back, well, the middle, the inside. Oh, no, that. Oh yeah, it could. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, that would be the back, the inside. I was just thinking, how can I do that when the wadding's on the other side? But of course, it'll all be covered. All the wadding will be covered. So my back will be a really colourful back in all these rainbow colours. And I'm working round in the rainbow colours all the way round. And then the second layer, I'm moving the colour around one. So I've got green here, so the next one on top of green will be yellow. No. Yellow, green. No, it'll be blue on the top of that. Blue on top of green. That's right. And just working my way around until I get into the middle. And apparently it does bunch. The wadding does bunch up into the middle, and it's got a special name. I can't remember what it is, but it has got a special name. So, but it'll take a while. I'm not sure whether I'm going to take. We're going to go away for a couple of days next week with daughter and granddaughter, because grandson goes to Sweden on Tuesday night. So Wednesday and Thursday we're going away with granddaughter and daughter. So I won't be around next Friday for a live. So yeah. Anybody else come in while I've been yabbering? Don't think so. No, just tracing. When did I start it? When did I put that video up? The first one, 2 days ago. So I started it 2 days ago, and I've got. I mean, all these ones with the pins. Some of them are only got like the first row stitched down. Some of them aren't stitched down at all yet, because I've not reached the line. This one, that'll be joined in on the next row. So I think it's taken me about 3 days so far to do all that. Yeah. So, but because it's got so many different colours, to take all my colours with me, I don't think Ubby would be very impressed if I took all them with me. Yeah, it's just regular sewing cotton. Yep. I can't read without with my glasses on top of my head. Yes, I mean, some of them aren't, like I said, some of them aren't stitched down yet. Some of them have just caught the very bottom row in. I'm getting about, I think I'm getting about four rows of stitching around on each piece before I join the next piece in. I mean, that corner there, you can see I've got that's stitched, this one's stitched, that one's only got one line of stitching there that's attaching it. This one's not got any stitching on it yet. But yeah, it's getting there. But that's the idea of this Kawandi, is you start and work into the middle. Hi Laurie, how you doing? So that's what I'm working on. I finished my book that I was making. Took that to my daughter's last night because grandson was in a concert at school, so I took that to her last night. So she's got that, so her kids will be playing with that. I've finished all my 25 slow stitching squares. Puppy's wearing you out. It's a beautiful puppy. Beautiful puppy. So, and I've received another couple in post, so I'll get them in a minute and show you what I've received for the ones that I've received already. I can't remember whether I've shown you any that I've received. So they're just over there, so let me go and get them. Oh. This is me box. I've still got 11 to 12 to post, but these are the ones I've received so far. Let's come back. Let's stick that there a minute. So this is the first one. I've received this today. This was from what's that? To be honest. Hi, Shannon. I've put Shannon in the bot today as well, so it should come up. I don't see Melissa. Did I see Melissa coming in? No, I don't think I see Melissa. I'll take a screenshot again, sorry. Yeah, so there's the first one. That's arrived today. I think it got a couple of little extras in it, and a lot of little paper bits in it as well, which hubby might use in his cards. So that's that one. And then this one came from Lisa. This is so pretty. Look at that beautiful flower. I thought it was a butterfly when I first looked at it, but it isn't. It's a flower with a lovely button on it. That's that one. And this one is from Tori. She has a Facebook page. She's called Cool Cookie Creations on YouTube. She's got a YouTube page. Look at that. And it says, hope you like Hootie McHootie. Hootie McHootie. Look at him. Isn't he cute? Hootie McHootie. So that's that one. I've put them away. That owl is so cute. Then who's this one from? This one is from Katya. That's from Katya. And then I've got this one from Linda. Now, funnily enough, Linda only lives about 5-6 miles away. But we didn't know each other beforehand. So that's that one from Linda. And then this was the very first one I received. This is from Debbie. She signed it. That's really cute. That's the first one. And then this is from Claire. That's from Claire Bear. I'm trying to keep them in the packets that they came in, but they're not always very good. What am I missing? Full of everything owls. My sister's like that. She loves owls. Then this one is from Susie Q. Susie Q's got a YouTube as well. Susie Q. And I love that she sent it in one of these CD packets. Look. This is from Kate. That's from Kate. And then this one is from Claire. So far I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10 out of the 25 I've received so far. And I've got 11 of mine still left to post, plus 1 extra that I'm posting. I love the owl. The owls are gorgeous, and the cat one with its little fish. It's like a bone button, which is really, really cool. I may actually be doing a project along with her. I was going to wait because I think I have time. Full of owls. You're doing something with owls. Hi, Lucy. I'll find the link to Susie Q. Hang on, wait a minute. Let me go out my chat, and I might be able to find it while I'm on my phone. It's Susie Q Makes. Let me copy her link. Copy the link. Go back to my live chat and paste. So that's Susie Q. And then the other one is go back to Cool Kooky Creatures. Copy that. Copy. Back to that. And paste that. That's the Cool Kooky Creatures. She's the one that sent the owl. And Susie Q sent the cat. And then let me find. Annie. And go to that. Copy. And then this is the lady who organised and did the swaps, Arty Farty Annie's group. She's the one that organised, and she's doing the quilty squares, slow stitch squares, and an art swap one as well. Shannon's question, Shannon. I missed what's the plan is on the swap projects. Is the plan to put them together for a larger project? Yes, what I'm going to do is because I agreed to do 25 swaps, so I've done all my 25, and I've posted some out, and there's 11 left to post. But they've got till the end of August to post them all, and then I'm going to put mine together in a 5 by 5 square, because they're 4-inch squares, but you have to leave a centimetre, well, half an inch all the way round, so you can join them together if you want to, which is why, let me pull one out again. Let me pull the one that you all love out, the owly owly. No, yes, owly owly. I kooky kooky. So, yeah, the square itself is 4 inches, and then you have some around the side that you can sew them together. So I'm going to join all mine together by 5 by 5s and make a wall hanging out of mine. So that's the plan. That's my plan when I get them all. But say they've got until the end of August to get them finished. Some people are only doing 1 or 2. I know Annie, Arty Farty Annie, who organised it, she's doing 45. I don't know, she mind you what she said, she's doing them in like she's cut all the pieces, she's doing them like in batches, so she's got all the pieces cut, and although they might be colour combination different, she's doing them all the same, whereas all my blocks that I've done are different. Thanks, Lucy. I know, 45. And she's also doing the art swap as well. I think she's got about 20 odd of the art swaps as well as the slow stitching ones. So she's got a heck of a lot of them to do. But it was on her channel that I saw this Kawandi, which is where I picked up this Kawandi. But her, Susie Q makes, and called Kooky Creatures, they're all based in the UK. They're all, hi Brenda, they're all UK sewers. And I actually only agreed to swap with people in the UK because it's so expensive to post abroad. However, saying that, one person from California messaged me and asked if I'd swap with her, and I said no. But then I've got a spare block, and I said I don't want one back in return. So I said I'll just send it to you because she was the first one to ask me whether I'd swap with her. But apparently, if you put them into just a plain envelope inside a card, and you can then put card only on it, and so you don't have to sort and pay tax and stuff like that. Whether that's right or not, I don't know, or how much it'll be, how much cheaper it'll be to send it. But the last thing I sent to Colleen, the pigs, I think they were just sent as a card. I don't think so. I think they were a lot cheaper to send. So yeah, so I'm just going to be slowly stitching my Kawandi blocks into my middle of keep going, and just keep plodding on with it, and see how we get on. But it's something I can sit and do while I can't use the machine. However, I did use my sewing machine the other day, and I did it without my glasses on. I had my glasses on the top of my head like I've got now, and it wasn't easy, but I could do it because I did some zigzagging around the pages of the 100-day stitch challenge that I'm doing, and I did some zigzagging around the pages, and I did manage to do it. Like I say, it wasn't easy, but I did manage it. So, and I took this to sewing club on Wednesday. I went to sewing club on Wednesday, and I took this, and they went, "Oh, you're just tacking it down. You're going to go over it with the machine afterwards." And I went, "No, this is the actual sewing of it. Just it's all going to be hand stitched." And they just looked at me and went, "You're nuts." You're nuts. I went, "Well, if you only just found that out, there's no hope. My husband's known it for a long time. There's no hope for me." So, and then there's a thing called, it's spelled Phuli, but it's pronounced fully, or fully, and they're like, you do the what they're called. Let me get a piece of cotton. Yeah, somebody will tell me what it's called. Where you take a square and you fold it in half diagonally, and then fold it in diagonally again, and then you would stitch prairie points. Come to me, prairie points. Hello, Janet. So, but with this, you sew these onto the corners that way, so that the raw edges are out, and these are called Phuli. But they're pronounced, they're written Phuli, so, but they're pronounced Phuli. And then there's thing called tickly, Tikli, tickly, something like that. And that's where if you've got a gap in where, so like, see here where there's a gap with your fabric, if you carried on and there was a gap there, you would cover it up with a patch over the top, and that patch is called a tickly. So yeah, I was educated in the African Indian when I was watching. Yeah, it's an age-old art of quilting. I mean, it started in Africa, and the slaves took it to India. So it's been carried on in India by the African people that went over as slaves to India. So although it's like practiced and done in India, it's a bit like the Japanese borrow, and that you can do. But whereas with borrow, your stitches can go in any direction you like. With this Kawandi, they start on the edge and they spiral into the middle. That's the bit that sets it apart from any other type of thing. I know what I mean. I'm assuming you all know what I mean. I talk dribble sometimes. So I went and saw grandson in his concert last night at school, which was good. He was well into his music, singing away. He was well gone with it all. Thoroughly enjoyed his little self. Oh, he's still there. Are we all still here? Said I had an error. Am I still on? Am I still here? Am I still going? Says I'm still recording. Yep, all good. Oh, good. Okay. Came up and said I'd got an error. We'll be in the UK next Thursday. Oh, brilliant, Janet. You're just going to be down south, though, aren't you? You're not coming north at all. Quote from Google: "The Google Queen is our Colleen." So I've got some figures today. I finally remembered, you see, I've got some figures. Colleen's at 1.17. Melissa's at 2.78. Our lorry quilting in the country is at 229. I'm at 845. Our Stephanie is at 17k. And Shannon is at 472. So, we're all doing well. We're all rising the tide. Couldn't see where I finished my bit of cotton then. Put my needle in so I can see where I'm at. I'm just keeping my pins and keep moving the pins up. And as I get nearer the middle, obviously there'll be less and less pins. One hopes. So, give that there. So I've just done from there to there with a piece of cotton, one piece of cotton. And because it's just a running stitch, it doesn't take long to do. Yeah, we love the rising tide, we do. It's brilliant. It's called a Kawandi quilt. And it's an African stroke Indian form of textile art, and it's slow stitching, so it's all hand stitched. Although I suppose you could stitch it on a machine if you wanted to, but traditionally it's hand stitched. And you start on the outside and you spiral into the middle, and it's quite common for your wadding to bulk up in the middle, so that's quite normal, apparently. And that's called. It's got a name, and I can't think what that is called when it bursts into the middle. It has got a name, and I can't think what it is. I think I did put it onto. Hello, Cheryl. Oh, Cheryl's been sending me beautiful photos of the seaside, where she is, or the sea and the beach area where she is. In the country park where she's stopping. It's not Google, you're a secret genius. Yeah, Colin, of course you are. We love you. We love you. It's a great way to use scraps. It is. And although I'm trying to keep mine to rainbow colours. I mean, it could be any, you could use any colour you like going round, really. It doesn't have to be, I mean, you could do it in all different blues or different, so, you know, you could have all the same colour. But say once it's done, then I'm going to be adding my the one that I did with me Momigami block. We've got the next hint for that. So the first hint was monogram, which I did for the New York. And this next hint is lace and rip lace. So I think my next state I might do is I might do Tennessee next. Might do Tennessee, yeah. I might do Illinois. Might do Illinois next with Chicago next. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do next, but I shall make it, put some ribbons around it. Yeah, I think it'll look awesome when it's done. I'm hoping it will. With all the different colours on it. And this is, I mean, then hopefully the back will look as good as what, because all this will be the backing, and then the front of the quilt will be all the pictures. But then again, saying that, you could do it the other way. It doesn't really matter, does it? You could hang it either way, and it'd look ideal. But it's quite a big. I mean, it's got my arm's width, so it's a good size wall hanging. So we've got. So there's what we've got so far on that side, and then that's that side. Keep moving it around. That's that one. So yeah, hopefully it'll look okay. Now I've just got to figure out where I left it so that I can. Oh, there's my needle. There's my needle in the blue. So yeah, so after the blue comes red. It's just a case of working my way around. Sew and quilt as you go by hand. Yeah, I suppose it is in a way, but I mean, you could leave it with, if you wanted to, with that just being the back and this being the front, and it could be a quilt as you go, just as it is. But I want to add my blocks onto this side, so that this will be the back of it. But yeah, it could be however you want it, really, I suppose. So yeah, it's called Kawandi, and it's African stroke Indian slow stitch quilt. You can do it any size you like. This isn't double bed size. This is only, it'd take forever if you did a double, I think. This is just more of a cot size, I suppose. Where's my tape measure? So this is, get me tape measure out. It is 35 by 26 by 35 at the moment. So I suppose, yes, like a bit like either a lap or a cot quilt size. Oh, reversible, yeah, it can be reversible, yeah. So yeah, if you wanted to leave it plain on the back, you can just use it as a throw or a cot quilt, or if you want to add something on the back, it can be reversible. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. It would be quite heavy though for a. It'd take a. I suppose you could do it as a double or a single quilt. I think if I was doing that, I'd pin the wadding down more, because at the moment the wadding in the centre of mine's not pinned down. So I think if I was going to make it bigger, I would put a lot more pins into the middle of it. Nope, is the answer to that, Colleen. Yeah, I mean, you could certainly do it while you're travelling. If you did a smaller version, I mean, if you've got the space to carry all your scraps of fabric that you want to use on it, you can certainly use it, travel with it, because it's all hand stitched, so you don't have to worry about a machine. No, I think I might have to ring on Monday, ring the hospital Monday and find out when they're going to try and get me back in, because he said 4 to 6 weeks. Well, the 6 weeks is up on Wednesday, so I'll have to see. Yeah, I am turning the edges there. Look, you see, I've turned them over and turned them under, pressed them so that it gives so that I can keep it in place while I sew. You can do it with raw edges if you want, but I'm not a big fan of raw edge stuff. If I was doing it on the sewing machine, I might consider a raw edge. But because I'm hand stitching it, I prefer it to be turned under. No, I didn't answer it, Colleen. You were right. So but yeah, I'm enjoying the process of it. Let's put it that way. So it's just see how we go. Yeah, the fraying of it. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing with the raw edge, isn't it? The fraying of it drives me crazy. I can't be coping with it. I mean, I suppose another way that you could do this is if you used like a heating bond, because you could fold your edges under, and you could iron your pieces in place with the heat and bond, because they wouldn't be shifting about then, would they? But I'm not sure what heat and bond's like if you tried to put it onto wadding. I suppose if you used a different thinner type of fabric instead of wadding, that would work. Or whether you didn't even use a wadding, you could just put the two pieces of your backing fabric and your pieces. I mean, like you can see on the edges, I turned the edges in when I sewed them, and then stitched quite close to the edge of them all the way on the way round. Hello, Melissa. Yeah, well, you have to stay. I'd go nuts if I didn't have something to do. This has been my third day, I think, but I didn't do a great lot on it yesterday because we went out in the morning and then we were out in the evening, so I didn't do a great lot on it yesterday, but so probably 2.5 days. How are you feeling, Melissa? Hopefully that horrible cough's gone for you, or it's better than it was. Yeah. It probably heavily medicated, bless you. It might seem like a lot, Lucy, but it goes really quick because all it is running stitch. So it does go quite quickly when you're working around it. Thanks, Colleen. So it does seem as though it is a lot of work. Well, I suppose it is a lot of work, but it does go quite quick. Oh, mower's stopped. That means Hubby must be on his way in. Well, that's all right because I'm about ready to close off. So we'll put my specs back on. We'll get off. I'll go and put my feet back up and get on with sit and do a bit more stitching. I sit with this on my lap and I can just sit and carry on sewing. So, did the links go in, Colleen? Oh dear, Colleen. So let's put that in. Oh, I forgot to put the UJ on. Hold on. Remove that. I forgot my hashtag. There we go. Oop. There we go. Right. Okay. Well, thank you all for popping by and giving a thumbs up and supporting. And we'll see you all. Well, it won't be next Friday because, like I say, I'm going away. And we'll see you in a fortnight. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Yeah, feel better, Melissa. Take care, everyone. Bye. Thank you. Thanks, Tracy. I'm sure we will. It'll just be fun to be away for a few days. Thanks, everyone. Bye.